Hi Virgo, welcome to WillowOAK. I am doing a special reading today. I just felt called to do it, okay? It is timeless, so anytime you find this, the time would be right for you. But please only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. And use your intuition to help you decide what's right for you and what isn't. Now this reading is about happiness, okay? And there are many people who are very happy and there are some who are not. Our economy has taken its toll along with other things. They could be personal as well. And I just felt maybe it would be a good idea to do a reading that helps those who are not happy see what they can do to help bring happiness back into their life. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead and get a few cards to start with here. Okay. Truth transcends illusion, the dragonfly. So this is saying one of the things you need to do is see the truth. Okay? If you're very unhappy, or unhappy somewhat, you might be seeing a narrow point of view, which we usually all do, because we're, in our little bubble here with the people that we're connecting with. And it's saying, see the truth, right? It transcends illusion. And one of the best ways to do that is to take off the blinders and kind of zoom out and see things from a bigger picture, right? And then you're going to realize maybe things aren't exactly the way you're seeing them. For an example, you're walking down the street and a group of people pass you by. And right about then they start laughing, right? The very first thing somebody might think is, oh dear, do I have something on my face? One day I actually had a leaf on my head, by the way. But that's another story. But then you think, are they laughing at me? Why are they laughing at me? What do they do? Etc., etc., etc. What's wrong with me? And it has been scientifically proven that most people are so involved with their own group that they don't even notice you. So there is a much better chance, something like 98%, I don't remember anymore, but it's a huge amount, that don't even know you're there. You pass by them, they don't even see you. They're laughing about something that they were talking about. Exceptions to every rule, but that is the rule. And that would be an example of, if you could zoom out and see the bigger picture, you would know it had nothing to do with you. Okay, so it's one example for that. But zoom out and see the bigger picture and transcend your illusion into what is real, what is the truth. Be generous of spirit, the lion spirit. The lion spirit is very strong, but also filled with love. Okay? So, be generous of spirit. Share. Okay? Be strong. Be loving. Okay, let's see what else we have here. This has come out several times. The abundant universe will provide. And it will. That is something you can rest in. The abundant universe is very good about providing. Sometimes it's not exactly, the way we want, but it's very good about providing. So allow that to come into being. Allow yourself to know that that is a truth. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the wolf spirit, which is saying turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay? So kind of like the example I was talking about, taking out the blinders, seeing from a bigger picture. Take that knowledge and turn it into wisdom and realize that not everything you're exposing yourself to or interpreting is the way it is. Okay? See the bigger picture and realize the universe will provide, and be strong and loving. Okay, let's get some more. Anyway, yeah, this is my hopes that maybe this can be, even if it's just a tiny bit of help, that it'll be helpful to you. Truth be told. And this is talking about see the truth, which kind of takes me right back here to the dragonfly spirit about truth transcending illusion. The owl is very wise, and it's holding the window of truth, which is standing on top of a mask, right? The mask is the illusion. The wise owl is showing you the truth. Okay, so that is twice for that kind of a message. So I would say it's important for you to see what the truth is. Don't fall into the trap of the illusion. See the truth. And that, I think it'll make a big difference. And one of the easiest ways to do that is see the bigger picture. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, this one's been coming out a lot too. Be in the here and now. Don't be in the past, don't be in the future. Because right now what you're focusing on is finding your happiness, right? The past is gone. It is memories. And that's where you learn wisdom. But the past is gone. So if you have challenging memories from the past, just let them go. Don't focus on that. The future, you're filled with hope and desire, which is wonderful. But this is saying the best way to find your happiness is to be in the here and now, which is true. If you can put yourself in that spot just for a second, even while I'm doing this, you're going to see the only thing you can focus on is what's going on right now. And that will help you tremendously figure out where the unhappiness is and where the happiness is, and how you transform from one to the other. Okay? Get another card. Beautiful. I think this is one of the very best cards I've pulled while doing this. You have happy, happy. That means you put in this effort and you be in the here and now and you see the truth, let the illusions go. It's going to bring you happiness. And that is what this reading's all about, is how to find your happiness. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and this has been coming out a lot too. I have a few different decks that refer to this very same thing, so it's not always this deck. But it's been coming out a lot. And it's talking about clean it up. And that can be in your environment and internally. It could be both of them or either. Your environment, as well as internally, is a reflection of how you are, who you are, etc. So say you really need to do some spring cleaning, things are getting cluttered, etc. It's going to reflect back, and it might steal your happiness, or some of it. So go through and clean out the clutter. If you don't want it, get rid of it. If you like it, say if it's a shirt, you really like it, but it doesn't fit, donate it to somebody who can use it. That kind of thing. Internally, this is what I've said in every one of these readings because it does help. I sound like a teacher. Get out your paper, get out your pencil. Make a list of everything that you know of that is making you unhappy. And then make the list of what you know can change that so you can be happy, right? And then over here in this column, have a spot for a check mark or something. Every time you switch one of those, it's like you have this great big bag of rocks, right? Which is your unhappiness. Every time you change one of those, you can take out one of those rocks and throw it away. And before too long, that very heavy burden is gone. Okay? And a person doesn't always have to know what's making them unhappy. Sometimes they just feel unhappy, right? Or it doesn't really matter. They tell themselves, okay, I'm going to be happy now, and poof, it happens. But oftentimes you really do have to work through this process. And that's fine too. It takes a little more effort, a little more time, but the end result is the same. Happiness can come back into your life, which is huge. So you need to clean it up. Okay, let's get some more cards. Frustration. There's something that's been going on where you've been feeling frustrated. And this image really does a pretty good job. It's trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Some things just aren't going to work. You need to rethink them, maybe be creative in your solutions, but find a way to make something work, or switch it out so it will work. And only you're going to know what that is. But frustration is something that will make you unhappy, and it brings in an imbalance. When you are balanced, happiness is there. And I can tell you that's not balanced. So, deal with those frustrations. Faith. This has been coming out a lot too. You need to have faith. Faith that you can do this. And faith in general. Okay? Faith in the divine. Faith in yourself that you can do this. Let's get another card. Aha. This one hasn't come out very much, and I'm surprised. Rest. You need to rest. You need to make yourself a priority and do things that you want to do. If it's taking a nap, you need to take a nap. If it's going to a party, go to a party. If it's taking walks in the woods, do that. Whatever it is, the point is, make yourself a priority, which you are going to need to do regardless, to find your happiness, right? That means you're going to have to take some you time. If there's all kinds of demands on you, or things you just have to go do, you need to set a block of time that is yours. So you can go in and do what it is you want to do, including how you find your happiness. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, this fits in. Balance. You need to find the balance, which is right along with what I was saying. If you are not making yourself a priority, how can you have balance? You know, if you're always going and doing stuff that has to be done, you know, there's a difference in urgent and important, right? Urgent is things that you feel that have to be done right now. Important is things that really do need to be done. Realize the difference between the two. That will help you create the balance. One of the most important things here is this: making yourself a priority. Especially during this time, because you'll have to set blocks of time potentially to figure it out. Like sitting down with a piece of paper and a pencil, you got to have the time to write that out, right? So there's a time of priority for those you love, and just as important is time for yourself. And that's when you go in and you figure this out, get your pencil and paper out and write it down, so you know what action to take. Unless you already do. Some people, everybody's different. Some people might have just one big thing and they know exactly what it is. So they don't have to really write it down. Some people have many little bitty things, and everybody's unique. So you'll know what's best for you. Here it says the answers you need are coming, which is beautiful. Yeah. So here you're going to have the help. You're going to find out what it is you need to do. You're very close to achieving your goal. So this is saying by you putting in this effort, which it looks like you are going to, this will help you find your happiness. And like I said, this video is not for everybody. It's just those that are looking for happiness. And you will know who you are. Hold your vision. Okay, yeah, don't reach the point that you let go and think, oh, it's not going to work, etc. Hold the vision that you are going to find your happiness, and you're going to go through the process to get there. Here, this can kind of go in with making yourself a priority. Meditate and contemplate. This is a very yin energy, a very receptive energy. Take the time to meditate, contemplate, use your wisdom, think it through, make that list. Because there's some things, like I said, that we do know that make us unhappy. Other things we might not be consciously aware of, and we'll have to sit down and take a little bit of time to think it through, right? You might even have to work backwards. But whatever it is, find those things. And every time you change one of those so you can have your happiness, you're going to feel lighter. And before too long, you'll feel wonderful. Okay, let's get some more cards. This one wants to come out. Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, this bounced right out there. Basket. Recognition. Reward for merit. So this to me says you are going to be successful in your attempts to get your happiness. Beautiful. And it could be from others, right? If you share what you're doing. And even if it's not, even if it's just from yourself. It's beautiful. Butterfly. A change for the better. Yeah, so that says to me you are going to work through this and find that happiness that you lost somewhere. Dog. Far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Okay. And here we have crown. Honor and respect will come to you. And again, recognition, reward for merit, honor and respect. That doesn't have to be from anybody but yourself. It can be from others, but it's you that counts, right? In this. This is something that has to do with self. It might go out to others. They'll experience you being happy. You've been around people that are very unhappy versus people that are very happy. You can tell a huge difference. So if you're happy, everybody's going to appreciate it that's around you. But the only person that really needs to pat themselves on the back is the person doing this, okay? So a couple of things to do, like I've already mentioned, being the teacher, get out your paper and your pencil and write your list of what makes you unhappy or is stressful, however you want to word it, what you need to do to correct it or what you feel you need to do. And if you don't know, the closest you can come. And then a place to put a star or check mark or something when you've worked it through and achieved that. And then envision yourself taking that heavy rock and throwing it out. And you will feel lighter. Okay? That's one thing. Another thing is grounding yourself. however that works for you. For me, I love to take walks in the woods and be around nature, hear all the nature sounds. To me, that is so grounding. And while you do that, practice gratitude. There are so many things to be grateful for. And they don't have to be hard, complex things that are super deep. It can be very small things that are actually huge. Like, I am grateful for the sun. And it's guaranteed, it comes out every day, right? But I am so grateful for that. It does so many things. It allows the plants to grow, the flowers to grow. There's so many things. I'm grateful that I'm alive, that I can breathe. So it doesn't have to be very deep. It can be as deep as you want it. But practice gratitude. And they say if you think about something, it helps. If you speak it, it makes it more solid. If you write it, that's a very good thing to do, because then it kind of cements it in, right? But if you're walking, it's kind of hard to write. So just speaking what you're grateful about. And try to do this every day. Even if you're sitting on your couch and you only take 2 minutes, that's fine. Just try to have moments of gratitude every day. Another thing that helps is having a mantra. I do this whenever it comes up that I need to. If I'm thinking about something and a challenging thought comes in, then I will replace it with my mantra. We don't need challenging thoughts. And one of my mantras is, I am happy, I am stress-free, life is good. That you can create any mantra you want, but make it one that is positive, okay? And do that every time a challenging thought comes in. And that will be helpful to you, okay? And there are many other things that you can do. You can look them up on, say, YouTube, or Google them. Many things. I'm just giving you a few of the basics that will really help. And do take a look at this and, follow some of this, like cleaning things up, making for sure you see the truth instead of illusion, right? Making yourself a priority. Bringing in the balance. Okay, let's get a few cards from the angels. And you can't forget this card right here. Happy, happy. This one's come out a lot too when I've been doing these readings. So apparently there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to happen. Somebody's done something to you in the past and it hurt you. The very best thing you can do for them, but for you, is to forgive them, because they're going on with their life, doing whatever they're doing, right? And if you're harboring these challenging emotions, who's it hurting? It's only hurting yourself. So forgiveness is the very best way to deal with this. And that is one of those things you could write down, check it off, throw that heavy rock out, and that will help you feel lighter. Okay, and here it says you're ready. This is saying, it is time to start this. It is time for you to go for your happiness. Don't wait. Get it started today. Whoops, and we have one more. Reconsider. Okay, if you're watching this and you think, oh, bunk, reconsider. Because this does help. All right? Plus, it's a very good way to start the process of making your happiness a priority. And at the bottom of the deck, from taking those cards, you have abundance. And abundance is different things to different people, but in this case, we're talking about happiness. So you can see this image where happiness is, let me see. She's holding on to this happiness, and there's so much that it's just falling. Absolutely beautiful. Below that, you have helpful people. So if you need somebody to talk to. Your support system is here for you, okay? If you like this reading, please share, subscribe, comment. Sharing would be really good if you know somebody that needs help. If they're unhappy, maybe this could help them a tiny bit. And leaving comments, maybe that could help. Maybe people will get involved, you know, and be helpful. Okay? Let's get a charm to close this out. If this were a tarot card, it's the very best card in the deck. Okay, this is the Sun. And what this is saying is you must be doing, or going to go forward with this, because it's going to bring you the very best energy there is, which is, guess what? Happiness. And that's what this is all about. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this all the way through, and I truly hope it helps. And much luck and much love. Bye.